Good evening. Happy Friday, July 12th, 2024. I'm Rob the accountant. I like to help people build companies while finding solutions to problems that may come your way. Have a question? Stop by robtheaccountant.com, scroll halfway down, and hit me up on an email, and I'll get right back to you. It's Friday night. People should be probably partying or out having fun, but sometimes we uh, we make the entrepreneurial life out to be a little bit more glamorous than it is. And so tonight, what I've got to do is I've got to label tonight 2,500. I need to have 3,800 done by Monday or Tuesday. Um, my company, Kabbalah Tax and Accounting, has an agency in it. It's a healthcare agency, and we interface with New York State and United Healthcare on several fronts. And so tonight we're getting ready for the Medicare season, and so these postcards are produced because we are what is called captive. So I only work for them in this specific line of business. I have many carriers that I work with for other healthcare issues. Also with the New York State of Health, there isn't a carrier I can't get contracted with, but it's not always necessary because in the state that I live in, they ask you to do a lot of work for free. And it's sort of like the lottery. You don't really make money with having the lottery in your store, but it's the theory is it brings customers to the door. I'm not sure it always works out that way. But what I've got here is I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 boxes. All hello, all filled with 1,000 cards each of one of the ones that you saw. So you're not going to get to all of them tonight, and I don't know how long I'm going to keep going until I jump off the stream. But what I am going to do is start getting these things labeled. And see who wants to stop in and say hello on the ride. So that's the way this goes. So you got one set, and here we go. Let's get to work. You know, my mailing list, sometimes they, I know they give me duplicates, so it's a pain in the butt, but it is what it is. You just get them going. Now, some people might say, well, you could pay others, you could. This is true. This is very true. It doesn't always work that way. People don't always want to come over for $20 to do this kind of work. Second of all, if you're getting this work done, and again, I have a Medicare team, so if you don't mind being captive and you're anywhere in the state of New York, and you're looking for a different outlet, please go to yourmedicareadvisors.com or kabbalahtax.com and hit me up, and we'll have a quick discussion. So this is what you do. This is the life to try to see if you can win the ball game. I would rather be doing something else on a Friday night, but, you know, it just doesn't work out that way sometimes. And then the labels don't always work with you. So you just keep going. So I figure I'll do at least 2 or 3 hours of streaming. See if people jump on. See if I can read the chat. It's been brutally hot here, so it's not like I'm going to go outside. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. You know, when you get 30 done, it's like, oh, you know, I only got 10 more, 9 more sheets, and that's 300. So you can count it down some way. But that's what we do. Now, the good thing about this is when they get stamped, they will be going into a feeder. But the way that this works is there's a cost share with the company. So nobody's going to give you anything in the real world for free. You know, nobody's going to deploy all of their resources on your benefit just to help you make money unless they have something in it. Right? So this is our role, is we got to identify the prospects, we've got to label all the things, and efficiently this 30 labels per page is theoretically the most efficient, unless you own like some big copier thing, or you're willing to spend another couple $100 to have someone key in all these addresses for you, or that you have the comma separated value, but then to print it out on their system to go fast. They're not gonna do it for $20, you know. So this is you know, you take a Friday off, you take a Saturday off, you put it together. The cost of 4,000, the postage for postcard stamps is 53 cents. So if you take 4,000, we have 5,000, but we're only sending out 4,000 right now. Probably 3,700, 3,500, but still. Do the math. It's a bit of change. And, you know, if somebody else is getting the rate for cheaper than you are, then it's helpful. So you give and take, you negotiate for contracts and lines of business that you want to go after, and you need other people to help you with. So these labels kind of stink today. I don't know if it's because it's hot and muggy, but they're just so slippery. Come on. Now, you could go the Google way, spend a ton of money, but you got to have the money to spend. You got to hope you get it back. Everything's a gamble. And you're gambling with your resources and your time and your effort. And, I guess we could just do this. Well, it's always pleasant when Sammy Bear starts barking. Smash them all together a little bit. And drop them in there so we can get on going on. I used to have help with this, but what happened is other people started doing it themselves, and so the people I was having help me for mine, they decided they want to go help themselves, which, is a natural progression. So you could always pay people to do this. So it's really relative to what you want. I want to see how long it takes me. Oops. Upside down. You don't want to do that, but they can read it upside down, post office. I wonder, what is it? What is his name? Mr. Beast, did he count to 1,000,000? That's kind of funny. I couldn't do it. This is tedious. And mind boring. Take your head, but you gotta get your word out sometimes, and people do go to their mailbox. People do use coupons, so you just gotta keep pushing forward. So I'll probably only do an hour of streaming just to make sure. It'll probably get boring after that. The humidity pains me. The other thing about the YouTube stream is you can't figure out how to play music without copyright violations and let it go live. It comes a little bit more expensive than what most people want to do. Maybe I'll just do a box. many in the box? 1, 3, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 in the box. Well, here we go. Keep it moving, keep it moving. And there it is. I mean, that's what you do. What are you doing over there, Sam Bear? Now, some people will say, "Oh, I can send out 1,000 mailers for $400," which is kind of true. But what you're getting is a piece of paper folded in trifold. Usually, the service providers only send it to what is called block zip codes or every door delivery. So you can't really scrutinize it yourself. Here, when you actually pay for a postcard stamp and you send it to the thing, you're picking the mailing list. You can identify the sources from Melissa data to, that's a good one for postal routes. any mailing list for consumer data is depending on what you're trying to sell. So you're going to need different mailing lists for different types of products. For us, we're healthcare, so it's a different niche altogether. So you go to more of a, broker that's related to the line of business within the healthcare that you're looking for. Here we're Medicare, so we're looking at people from 66 to 84 years old. Now, a lot of other people try to target more specifically, but we just want to cast, or I want to just cast the biggest net and see then what agents can go out and see how they can best position our products to compete in the marketplace. Sometimes people have all the tools in front of them, so many tools they don't even know how to use them. I'm not one of those people. You gotta take advantage of the resources that are available to you and put it to work. And part of it is putting in time like this. There's other ways to do it. Well, that's fun. Look at that. You could go to a mall kiosk. I know you guys have all been to Walmart. During healthcare season, you see some tables there with various agents positioning various healthcare plans. Those are always options for other people as well. So it's just what you want to do with it. All right, there we go. I'm gonna fill this box right up, tape her up, get a weight on her, ship her to where they're gonna put all the postage on for us. Also, if you want to learn this stuff and you want to become an agent, we have the ability to get you the class for free, and we don't pay for the licensing because that's yours. But the class for free is great, and you can do it all on your own, and then take the test, and it doesn't matter what state you're in. So, one of the good things about an insurance license is if you are in one state and you move to another state, you can get a license in that state. Or you can have a license in all 50 states. So it's really whatever you want to do. Sometimes people just need a little help with sponsorship to get the class for free, and that's always a good thing. So if that's you, reach out, see what we can do. The one that isn't free is the property and casualty, but that's a different bear. So ah! Huh. That's pretty cool. No. Whatever. Whatever. Cool. Thanks. Anyways, as I said, everyone always makes the business, everything look glamorous. And sometimes it's a lot more work. You work 80 hours so you don't have to work 40 hours. And then you get stuck on a Friday night trying to label, 5,000 postcards because somebody said that they would do a marketing blitz for you if you got them all done by a certain period of time. And really, the reality is it's better for them than it is for you. But, that's part of the give and take in business is that you do this or I do this and they mail them all out for free. And that's a win because, again, you take 5,000 postcards times 53 cents, that's real money, and somebody else is paying for it. And it's all my name on it. And it's all the name of all my other agents as well, too, that want to put the time in. So I have another person that's doing it, and I have another person down the road who's looking at getting it done. But you have to put your own list together, and you have to go through this nasty chore. Just is what it is. So we're going to see how many we can get done. I would like to... So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I think there's 100 per plastic pack. And so we're looking at 1,000 per box, and I have 5 boxes. So right now I only have labels for 1,700 right now. So, look at, there goes my phone. Good thing it's not a copyright. So let's continue. And this is the real world of working, and the other thing is when this phone kicks off, let's say you spend all this money and you put all these labels on and not one customer called, you know, and that's real. You know, that's happened a couple times. So, like, if you're, for us, we have a tax practice, so like right now it would make absolutely no sense to mail out any kind of publications relative to taxes. First of all, the people don't want to talk about their taxes ever, and second of all, they don't want to think about it because more often than not, most people owe then get refunds. So doing a marketing blitz right now would be awful. And I think sometimes with advertising, I've learned that myself. I've done some buses, I've done SEO. I tell everyone Google burned through $300 of mine in like 72 hours. I don't even know what I got for it. So you have to be strategic on it. You got to know when's the time, when to send it out, and be very thrifty, because I don't know if people really, if you see an advertisement, you're like, oh, I got to go run and grab that. Or if it's just something you place in your mind for another day. So you got to just be careful when you're spending money on advertising. It can get really expensive quickly. The other thing I think people don't do enough of is just printing flyers in your own neighborhood. It's free. Well, black and white flyers here at Kinko's or Staples are 5 cents if you buy over 500. You get a couple of your buddies and you each hit one side of the street here, and one guy goes every 2 houses, the other guy goes every 3 houses. So therefore, you don't want to put a flyer on every single door. That would be silly, because what'll happen is this neighbor knows this neighbor, and you'll be like, hey, I got this flyer. Yeah, I got the same flyer. Now you're junk mail. Just so you know, if you got this side of the street, you go one every 4. On this street, you go one every 3. You just run down the street with your friends, and then hit another side of the street, and then another side of the street. And, it's guerrilla marketing, or advertising, or however you want to call it. But it's just tough to break through. It is very tough to break through the noise. And somebody like me, I'm trying to help other people get up and running, and I'm at a point where I'm trying to be running at a level that is just there, but it ebbs and flows. One day you have this, the next day you have less, then you got to go back out and build it back up. And then I got friends who are carpenters, and they run their companies, and they got to pay for their guys every day. So then you always got to find more jobs, and you just got to keep it up. So, sometimes employees always think that the other side is just great. But it's really just slightly one step up above what you're currently doing as a W-2 employee. You just get to make a little bit more decisions on your own, the freedom of it. And so if that's what you like to do, then, that's what you do. And again, we're just trying to bang out about 1,500 postcard labeling tonight for a blitz that is being advertised or paid for by one of our carriers. So we want to get it all labeled up and try to get this thing all ready by Monday or Tuesday for pickup. And sometimes when you've got the opportunity in front of you and it's Friday night, you work on Friday night, and you work till Saturday, and you work till Sunday, and you work till Monday, and you work until you get it done. And that's what you do. It's really not a hard policy. I don't know why everybody makes it a big deal. You know, work sucks. That's why it's called work. You know that? It sucks because it's called work. It's not called fun. It's called work. See, there's the difference. Fun is fun. Work is work. But if you got to put all your time into something, and you got one chance to do it right and to get it done and to win at it, why wouldn't you want to win big? I don't understand that. Like, if I got to be better than everybody else to get ahead, let's go. Let's do it. I mean, it's not being better as an anything. It's just working a little bit smarter, trying to work at the next level that gets you to the next space. It could be done. Other people have done it, so it's not like it's an impossible feat. So we go here, knock all these out. And we got progress. We're moving progress. Now the thing is when they go in the box, the labels they bulk up more. So we have to deal with that. We're gonna have a few more boxes. And there we go. All right. I wanted to just do this one to people. I'm already working with people in the neighborhoods I'm targeting, so I just kind of want to do a little reintroduction. I'm not really big into selling in terms of promising. I don't know. Most people who, once you get to a certain age, you're probably not buying anything based on getting something like for free, in terms of like, fill out this form and you get a cheeseburger and we'll talk to you about your insurance. So we're prevented from doing that by law. But there's other ways that, insurance companies and agents, try to entice customers to call them via these types of solicitations. But I just like to keep it simple. Hey, here I am. This is my name. This is where I'm at. And if you want to talk to me, this is where you can find me. So, my other person's doing a different one. He's targeting, I believe a dual position, which is, Medicare, Medicaid, and a more diverse or lower income population that needs more healthcare needs. But you have to cast a wider net, and you've got to work a little bit harder to get some of those folks around, because they don't always know that the level of benefits that are available to them are out there. And so it's just harder to articulate a set of options to people if they're not aware of the underlying benefits that they're entitled to begin with. So everything in life is just subjective to what the individual that you're working with needs at that specific moment, and whether you can help them fulfill that need. And I know that sounds so generalized sometimes, but it really is. If they're at a gas station, they need gas, and you help them get gasoline, they're going to remember you from helping them get gasoline. If they're at a gas station and you bring them out food when they need gasoline, then they're going to remember you that you're the guy that didn't help them get gasoline. So, If you can just sometimes keep it simple for whatever your product or platform that you're trying to put in front of people is, you may find that you find greater success just by being yourself and saying, hey, this is what I got to offer. You know, if there's an opportunity for you to use it, give me a call. If not, and you know someone that might, if you don't mind passing it on, you know, I might. I'd be happy and grateful for that. So people like to help people. It's one of those weird things in life. So what I think I'll do is I'll stream this first 1,000 and then I'll just cut it, because after that it'll probably get boring. And I'll probably want some food. I'm gonna cook some food, feed my dog, and it's kind of boring, so it's kind of mundane, so it gets tiring. But it's got to be done. It's got to be done. Nobody else is gonna do it for me. Nobody's gonna help me make money for myself. You know, it's just not gonna happen. So if you just come to a conclusion that it's just you, I think you'll find life is a lot better for yourself. Ah. What time is it anyways? 6:20, huh? Okay. Whatever. Moving along. Keep it going. Let's go. I thought I was going to be able to see some duplicates. I gotta be honest. I can't even see the labels no more. They're like blur, blur, blur. Ah, shit. Oops. Whoops. Bad. No swearing. Swearing bad. So I got the shirt from a friend. And so I don't know much about Orlando, but my friend's friend lives down there, so I'm wearing it for them. So again, we're just knocking out supposed to be 5,000 postcards, but we're only going to do about 3,700 right now. And we're only going to do about 1,000 tonight and show you that, like, when you even think about it, just even 5,000 customers, even trying to achieve getting them and sitting down and talking with all of them is just such of a time sink. So sometimes on YouTube they make everything look so great and it's fantastic and everyone's doing great, but that's a lie. It's a lot of work, and cash flow and the way you get paid doesn't always come in the way that you expect it to. So you have to keep for those keep for that possibility. You might go for a week or two without some cash, or 2 or 3 weeks without some cash. And you gotta always be funneling your time and effort to find the next client. Really, funneling your time and effort to find the next client. Funneling your time and effort to find the next client. It's just always like that. It never stops. Do you guys ever see Walmart sleep? How many times a year does Walmart shut down? Does anyone know? I think they only shut down actually on Christmas. I think one day. Think about that. One day. Walmart shuts down one day a year. How many days do you shut down? How early do you check out every day? How early do you get up? These are all valid questions. So when you're building your organization, you got to ask these questions. And you say, when I got some free money, what's the first thing I do? Do I buy a truck, or do I invest back into the business, or do I invest back into people? So many choices. Each one has its own set of problems and variables that you're going to need to deal with and account for. I personally like to invest in people, but people are expensive, especially in my field. So we invest in postcards and AI and mailing lists because that's what we can do right now. So you get to a level where you've got 100 agents under you, then you can expand to the next level. So that's what we do. Just keep grinding it out, people. Grinding it out. Never stops. No rest for the weary. Sometimes they like to, cheat. Ah. Keep moving. Keep it trucking. Keep it trucking. There you go. Take a break. Power them up. See what you do. never stops. It never stops. Ah! And you want to make sure you don't get them tittied up like that, or tiddlied up. Yeah, we'll just keep grinding out until we get this first 1,000 done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like we got 5 months. We're almost halfway through. Where are we at? I'm blind. 6:32. Okay, maybe we could take an hour per 1,000. It's possible, right? Could be. Probably 1,000 per every hour and 20 minutes, realistically. So 5,000 would be 6 hours. Oh, Lord. Gonna be tired. right, we're moving. Tedious, right? Very tedious. Very tedious. And here we go. We keep going. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No! Yeah. Oh, there goes my phone again. No. Thought I turned it off. Oh well. Can't take calls when we're grinding it out. because you just distract me, keep me from working. Oh no, not again, No, stop. Come on. Ah. Well, I might have to get that one. Could be a problem. But nobody knows I am. Well, maybe not. See, look at that. I don't know. It's spam bots playing on the phones. Why would anyone be calling on Friday anyways? It's Friday night. Working. Hey, got a few views. Wonderful. Oh well. So grinding it out, getting out this first 1,000 postcard labels on a blast, and then got 4,000 more after that. And being an entrepreneur and running your own company is very tedious at times. It's very time consuming and tiring. And but if you just stay focused, keep with what you know, it's better than anything else in my view. I don't like to go in and be told what to do a lot, so I'm sure a lot of other people don't. And we're gonna get this out. Maybe we get this. Boom. Let's keep going. We're grinding it out. Let's do it. What's our time anyways? All right, 6:51. You know, I feel like somebody's like on my stream and just knows that my phone's going off. So now I'm going to have to edit this out every time. But oh well. It's all good. The good thing is my ringtone is actually authorized YouTube music, so I don't have to worry about copyright here. That sounds awesome. Yup, that's why I did it. No, I just like the tone. I hate ringtones. Grinding it out. Labeling 5,000 postcards. So what we're gonna have to do here is we're gonna have to go mute that, because now I feel like I'm just being annoying for some reason. I am not that important for someone to be calling me that many times. It's Friday. My company is actually closed, so not sure. Who's calling me? Because we're not open. No, we're not open. I put it upside down. But it doesn't matter. The post office will still read it. So it doesn't have to be undone. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Bam. Two. Come on, 3. Man, could you imagine Mr. Beast counting to 1 million? I would have gone Blitzo at 100,000. Yeah, probably 10,000. This is numb. I just like to do things that make me think, and this doesn't make me think, and it hurts my brain. But like I said, it's got to get out by Monday or Tuesday, and I just don't have the time or the resources to pay somebody not to do it. I did one of these blasts before, and I did actually sub it out to somebody, and the print paper got printed wrong, and they couldn't print the postage because the postage was ink, and the postcards were gloss. So this time, stayed in house with it. Look at all this garbage. All right, let's keep grinding it out. Do. Well, I would like to read the comments on this channel, but I'm on a laptop tonight, streaming on a webcam on a whatever. Who gives crap? On a camera pedestal, so I can't read the comments at all. I'm blind as a bat. Which is funny because I'm working on a general aviation pilot's license ground course, and I can see that just fine. I just can't see my laptop. So it's because I think it's in 1080p and it shrinks my screen. Let's go, grinding it out. Come on. One, two, three. Didn't print. What's this? Oh. Okay, let's do some of these. So on this one, I targeted pretty much all the zip codes around my house. It's getting harder and harder to travel for people, and people just rather meet you on the phone or somewhere else these days. So figure if I'm not traveling as much, I might as well try to stay around my area. Well, it looks like we might almost be done with the box soon. We got 1, 2, 3. What are you doing over there, Sammy Bear? All right, the grind continues. Let's keep going. Get this out. Close out the stream on this first 1,000. Yeah. So now you know. And when you really think about it, folks, what's 1,000? Nothing. Absolutely. Oh, look at that. I put the silly. Whatever. 1,000 is nothing. If you get one customer off these 1,000 or 2 customers, you'd be lucky. So it's just part of the overall world algorithm to get your name out there, stay visible in front of people. So when they need you, you're visible. And therefore why advertising is very expensive, because to stay visible all the time along with everybody else's seasonal visibility is just very expensive. Just very expensive. They don't make it cheap. The funny thing is the airwaves are free. You just can't transmit on them without, a government license. So, it's kind of funny, in the early time, right, the Native Americans. Yeah, I was going to say the other word, but I didn't. I said Native Americans. And they had the smoke signals. Cheaper than cell phones. Hey, Bob, signal them. Woo, woo. Put the smoke up. Okay. No bill. Other guy goes, hey, look at it. Johnny over there's got the smoke signal. Tell him we received his message. Could you imagine? Man, if Native Americans had cell phones, they might have won. Serious. Yeah, don't let anyone fool you. The Native Americans of America are warrior nations, okay? Don't ever let anyone fool you. They weren't very helpless. But that doesn't give us a right to take their land, and we should give it back to them in full, plus a little bit more. Reservations in America are just bad places that the federal government has abdicated their roles, their treaty obligations. Even here in New York, our government's, they're just... We need to go back and reevaluate the agreements that we gave to Native Americans to try to make that better. I feel like, we kind of let them go wayward. But there's a lot of federal process on Native American lands. So I think there's a story that New York swindled 90% of the land away from Native Americans in the state. It's pretty bad. I don't know why anyone would think any otherwise. People always trying to get over on other people. If you do that in business, you won't be in business very long. I mean, you'll get by. You could do that, but I don't think people would like you at the end of the day. Oh, gosh, why am I on the end of the day? Ugh. So this is what happens when the mind starts going nuts, right? You're like, oh, my garden. Will it be over? Will it be over? I don't know. Sometimes it's okay to have fun. In my life, I have to be serious all the time. Everybody coming to me has got a problem. Somebody has got something that needs to be done. They need money for this. They need money for that. Healthcare for that. It never stops. It just, it's one of the reasons why I'm a navigator with the state. We're also a validation site so that people who can't validate on New York State Exchange can come here with ID. We can validate you and we can get you online to get your account so that you can apply for health insurance. Or if you have an account with New York State Department of Health, State of Health, and you're unable to get it and you need to reacquire it and you need to validate, you can come here and we can help you with that. So we issue almost every policy on the exchange. bronze, gold, platinum, silver, rainbow, all of them. It's just, it's, sometimes I wish it wasn't so confusing, but then sometimes it's like, well, not everybody's health is the same, so we can't just have one policy that fits everybody, right? But I mean, can't we get pretty close to where the majority fits within 5 groups, and we got A, B, C, D, E, but I don't think it'll ever get there. Let's see what we got here. We got to start packing these guys in. All right, so let's take a look here. We're not done yet, but let's take a look at what it's getting to look like. Amazing now. So it's been an hour. I think I've done 800, right? 900, 1,000, and some change. So we'll get these up here. We'll close out the stream. I'm not going to edit it. I'm just going to let it roll. I just wanted to say that when you're really serious about grinding it out and you want to get to the next level, it's not going to be easy. Everyone's going to pretend that it's easier than it is. They're going to make it look like it's great and it's the bee's knees, but just know it's work, right? You're working 80 hours, so you don't have to go to work for 40 hours. So just stick with it. Target what you need to target. Make sure you're identifying your markets. I didn't really know that when I was 20 years old and I started all this. Identify your markets. Identify who's best positioned to buy your products. And that'll help a lot of things as you move forward. So let's keep on. We got 225 more to grind this out. Let's do it. All right. No! All right. So just to remind everybody, I think maybe to do 5,000 postcards, label them yourself, you're going to be looking at basically 6 hours, right? 6 hours. You can do about 1,000 an hour, 1,000 an hour, 1,000 hour and 20 minutes. So I'm going to probably need another 2.5 hours to knock out what I want to get out by Monday. And that's okay. We'll get it done. Get it done. Sometimes I like this. It's a little bit more real than the social media. You don't see it all. Boom. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do this. Yeah. Come on. 200 left. Look at this. 2 left. 200. Look at 800 done. Stupid plastic. Oops. Oops, no. No. Labels. Brain fart. That's brain fart right now. I knew I shouldn't have tossed it, but I saw no labels, and then the labels appeared as I tossed it. Freaky. The mind's playing tricks on you. That's what happens. Same thing with numbers. That's why people who do taxes, they go nuts at the end of the season. Everything looks like a number. Not really, but in theory, it feels like that sometimes. Like the couch, giant number. The mic, giant number. We're rolling. Boom. It's going to be a little bit over the hour and 20. I think it's going to be more like an hour and 30. So readjust. 1, 2 is 3, 4 is 6. So yeah, 7.5 hours on 5,000 labels on 5,000 postcards. Yeah, tedious as well. You know what? There's kids probably watching. Let's go. Come on, 150 to go, 125. We are going to be done with our first 1,000 here. We are banging it out. It's called grinding it out, and that's what you got to do. Besides, I could go to a restaurant, I could spend money on dinner, I could drink, right? And then I'm out $80, right? And what have I done? What have I accomplished? Nothing. I could have made a nice little dinner at home. I could have used that money to invest in some things like a Roth for my future. I could buy some savings bonds. I think a lot of people miss those. Savings bonds are great. You actually give up $50 today, and you get 120 years. And over the next 20 years, as it appreciates, you get the money. So today, if you buy it for 50 and you turn it in tomorrow, you get 50, probably 49 actually. But then if you turn in next year, theoretically, you get. My apologies. You buy it for 50, it's 100, and because you get double your money. So every year, so if you buy the $100 savings bond today for 50, right, or whatever the value is, and then tomorrow you sell it, you're going to sell it for the exact thing you bought it for. But you wait 2 or 3 years, then you get a little bit more, and then you get the interest every year. It's good, but a lot of people don't like savings bonds. I like them because it's double your money, and nobody's going to convince me otherwise that it's not double my money. So go to the bank tomorrow. $25 savings bond is going to cost you $50 savings bond is going to cost you $25. I don't know how they actually categorize it anymore. I used to have a bunch of them. I sold them all. But they're great because they're yours and they're always liquid. They're always usually liquid for what you actually bought them for. So if you spend 50 and it's worth 100, you'll always be able to get your 50. Whether you get the actual 100, extra 50 is whether you've timed it and you've sat in it for the 20 years that's required. But if you look at most things, I think they try to peg everything to the treasury bonds anyways. But they're just good. Savings bonds are good for people. You know, I know the brokers and everybody else, savings bonds are so stupid. But, you know, if honestly you want to double your money, savings bonds the way to go. And that's another thing I don't understand. Like, so if you take the S&P over a 10-year period, you get 8 or 10% rate of return. You put $100,000 in there. Okay, 80,000, you know, and if I just buy $100,000 worth of savings bond, I gotta wait 20 years and I get 200,000. I don't know. See, it's fuzzy math. All this fuzzy math is based on ifs, you know, based on hypothetical. And whether the hypothetical comes to be or not is really your position that you're betting on. So you should maybe know what you're betting on, right? Yeah, see, but people don't. Just dump their money everywhere. And that's why there's so much disappointment. It doesn't work out the way it's supposed to. So, start a business, make some money. That's what I say. Easier than all that other stuff. Well, in my view, it is. Some people might think investing is easier. But you gotta have money to invest. And if I work hard for money, last thing I want to do is give it into something that has the ability to make it all disappear for me. No, I don't like that idea. If I worked hard, it's like my whole paycheck for the week, and then you want me to gamble on it? Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know. I'm not really into the gambling. I'd rather make my own destiny. All right, come on. We're down to almost the last 100. Ah! Stop it. Damn it. Anyways, I work with a lot of old clients, older people, generally over the age of 50. Best group of people in the world to work for. Sure, they have a lot of questions. They always do, but everybody should have questions. And if you're not willing to answer questions for your customer, then you probably shouldn't be in business. Even when you go get tires, they got to educate you. Or you could educate yourself and know what you're going to buy already, but most people rarely do that. All right. Come on, get in here. Come on, get in there. Boom, 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 boom. All right. We're down to our last 100, and that'll be 1,000. Where are we at? Terrible. Oh, well. You got to do what you got to do. Look at this. Look at this. The final 100, people. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, I feel like my fingers. My fingers are going numb. Yes. The irony of putting on labels. Numb fingers. Okay. Hello, you're supposed to fit in there. Come on. You fit? No! Damn it. Sorry. There, boom! There it is. There it is, people. 1,000 postcards done. Let's try to squeeze these guys right in here. Come on. Come on, get in there. Come on. See, they don't all fit when the labels are in there. Man, that's not going to work. Let's see if we can sneak a few more in this way. Let's see if we can take a few more this way. Otherwise, we're going to have to bank out another box. Nope, not gonna work. Not gonna work. Maybe we can put some on the top. Okay. And there we go, folks. 1,000 labeled postcards. Okay, that's the grind. And I got 4 more boxes, which means I got 4,000 more. I've readjusted the time. Looks like it's gonna be an hour and a half per 1,000. So 1.5, 3 per 2, 6, 7.5 for 5,000. And that's just the way you got to do it. Now, you can cut it down. You get a whole bunch of people who throw out $100 or stuff, but you know you're paying for all this stuff when you could just be doing it yourself. So, I'm Rob the Accountant. I like to help people build companies while finding solutions to problems that may come your way. Have a question? Stop by robtheaccountant.com. Scroll halfway down. Catch the email, send me an email. I'll try to reply. In the meantime, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching me grind it out. And I'm not going to do it again. I'm not going to grind it out on the stream here. I just wanted to show you that sometimes always being an entrepreneur isn't always as glamorous as they make it out to be. You got to do some work. You got to grind it out. You got to keep your focus. You got to target your markets. A lot of things you got to do. Only thing you can do is really listen to yourself and understand the goals, the wants, and the pursuits that you want, and then try to go chase those with the time and the money and the resources that you have. You folks have a great weekend. I'll talk to you soon, and bye for now.